entire neighborhood, including the elderly, including people who've been here for a long time, so that conversations like this can happen in a place where people can talk, and it's not, what is this meeting about? Informing or making a decision. So all I'm going to say is just, I've tried to reach out to a couple of people whose name I see about getting this Legion Park Adaptive Recreation Center to serve both and even more of our communities, especially the people who are been here for a long time and need a place to be able to talk about this stuff. And I hope we can work together on that and on others.
Thank you. And I wanted to say, even though it's related to what we're talking about now, it'd be great to get a little bit more lengthy presentation on that. Maybe later on we can put you on the agenda and you can kind of do a little bit of a presentation on that. That would be great. Oh, where's it at real quick?
In Legion Park, it's right next to the police academy. Yeah. Nobody's using it for anything except an after-school program.
Okay. Great, thanks so much. If anyone has any questions, you'll be able to stick around and answer it. Okay, we're going to wrap up with one last comment or question from Victor, and then, I'm sorry, sorry, I think I called you that before.
I have two comments on it. One, I think that the outreach that the board has done has been poor for the community. I think that you guys haven't really scoped out the area and understand, because I haven't seen anything in Spanish. That's my point. I know you have an interpreter. It's the first time since I've been coming to the meetings that you're an interpreter, but I think when they make up 61% of the population, you basically excluded them from the process. And that's a really big problem in this community, because I walked, I delivered the paper door to door, and I spoke to a lot of neighbors in here. And every feeling is this: what is the neighborhood council? So I feel to some part that you guys have failed to do the proper outreach, and it's not just Spanish, but it's also Angalo and all the other languages that are here. I know how difficult it is, but it's something that has to be done because it will affect the whole community as a whole.
And I just want to, I'll address that personally because that's something that actually falls on me. And I want to say first, I agree we have done a poor job. I personally probably have not done as good a job as I think we could have done. I agree we haven't reached out to Spanish-speaking or Spanish language community as much as we could. Today, the neighborhood council finally allocated money to get professional translators, and I think that was a great first step. We're going to try to start doing. What was that?
You know, it's a waste because the agenda that people could read wasn't in Spanish.
Right. I was gonna get to that point next. One thing we need to also work on is translating a lot of our materials in Spanish. I actually thought about that when I was forwarding out the agenda because I also sent something from Mitch O'Farrell's office and they always give me everything in English and Spanish. And I started thinking that's probably something we should do as well, if possible, or whenever possible, at least the agenda. So I agree. One of the things that we've done to improve outreach is I've sort of taken a little bit of a back seat to try to delegate a little more. Arturo and Roman are kind of working in partnership, and I'm sort of working behind them and trying to assist them and teach them some of the outreach skills that I did, and then also let them kind of branch out on their own and be a little creative with how we do outreach. They have some unique new ideas. So we're hoping that the outreach starts getting better. I see a lot of new faces today. I'm going to credit that to Arturo and Roman, even though I'm not sure, if that's really going to be impact. But we'll give them the credit anyway.
Also,
yes.
You should probably say you're free to become part of the outreach committee so that you can help do exactly the things you're saying. Because that's what we're all volunteers here. We don't have the capacity to go out into the neighborhood all the time, to do translations all the time. We're all professionals here, so it's really hard to do all those things without the support of people that come in and help.
And if anyone wants to, we're in the process of putting a flyer together that just as a general flyer we can hand out and give to people. So people like Robert, when you walk door to door, when you walk on the river path or whatever the case is, you can hand that out and inform people. Anyone who would like copies of those, we'll be happy to give them to you guys, and you can pass them out at will if you know anyone. But it's really a collaboration between us and the community. We're going to try to wrap up unless it's really brief. Yeah. Well, just
The flyer should be in English.
right,
In
Spanish.
Should be in Chinese, and it should be in Tagalog.
We'll take that into consideration. Yes. I agree. Okay, let's address some of this at the outreach committee update, and then we'll move on. Yeah. Okay, I just want to thank everyone. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from the presentation. I learned a lot from listening to the community. Again, I want to thank